This chapter begins on a tired morning at the end of the Maryland section of the AT. That shelter was really cool, but there was a lot of people in there, and it was raining super loudly, so I didn't sleep very well, which is not great because my friends and I are trying to do 26 miles today. A marathon is what we call it, although obviously we're not, not like a marathon on a road. Anyway, it is going to be a long day. I got up at 5:30, left at 7, and my strategy is to just walk fast and don't take a lot of breaks. Why we're doing such big miles is because it's the 3 of us and we're trying to catch up to 2 more of our friends that are up ahead so we can go through the halfway mark together. The halfway mark of the whole AT. Officially, not the mental halfway mark, the physical halfway mark. And that is going to be so cool. This isn't so much of a normal trail as it is climbing down a slippery pile of boulders. I always feel like I'm about to fall. I feel like this is a preview for what's to come in Pennsylvania, aka Rocksylvania, as it's known on the AT.
I'm gonna follow.
Wow, past the historic Mason-Dixon line. And in Pennsylvania now. Oh my gosh, that's crazy to think we're not in the South. I'm really gonna miss people having a Southern accent and, being all friendly and Southern. It was weird because Maryland definitely didn't feel South. I guess the north of Virginia didn't really feel Southern vibesy, but definitely Georgia, North Carolina, Tennessee, most of Virginia was very much Southern vibes. And now it won't be. How weird.
Burgers, 7:30 to... Is that where we're going?
Like 2-ish.
Is that the place?
It
Trail
is.
Magic!
How do we feel about the rain, guys?
Not happy.
Pretty wet.
Too wet.
We saw another sign for Trail Magic, and we were hoping we'd get there while they were still doing it. We haven't looked it up. This might be Old Forge Park, and it makes sense because there is sort of a hot dog hamburgery smell in the air.
Everybody got, the 3 people that came in last are 2 hamburgers each, 2 hot dogs each except for her.
Yeah, Ranger.
Yes.
I don't ever drink this.
We're encouraging you to,
Like I was like, I can't let somebody else just...
That Trail Magic was really nice. Thank you to Sonic and Honey Bear and Squatch. If you see this, they were all thru hikers in 2021 and wanted to come back and give us some trail magic. And that was the most food I think I've ever seen out of trail magic. That was wonderful. Not the bad side, but an incident was that we stayed there for over an hour and a half. You know, you just get comfortable, you get talking to people. It's hard to leave. So now I'm like, are we really gonna do the 26 miles today, guys? My energy is absolutely zapped for the day. And also I have this like widespread bellyache that's dull but very persistent. Like I've had it all day, it feels like. And with backpacking, you just have random pain all the time. Like it could be something's wrong with me and I need to go to the doctor, or it could be that's just, you know, I'm wearing my hip belt slightly different than usual, and so it's making my whole body hurt because of it. It's 8:30, or 8:50 I mean, and it's getting dark. We are still a few miles from our goal, but I don't know, I'm feeling pretty energetic. Not energetic, but I have some gas left in the tank. We may actually make it. I'm like 0.2 miles away from the shelter now, so made it. My ankles are killing me, the bottoms of my feet are killing me. I wear Ultra trail runners and they're just too thin. They're not going to cut it. Also, did you notice the rhododendrons are back? I think I'm the only person who would be walking uphill in the dark and be like, oh, look at these plants. I was so exhausted last night after those 26 miles. But then, at 5 o'clock, what should start happening but a whippoorwill chirps its head off. Then all the other birds are joining in. But it was a nice morning. It was nice seeing the folks that we were trying to catch up with. It was a nice shelter too. Today is super exciting because we are gonna pass the official halfway mark. Exactly halfway from Springer to Katahdin, which is crazy. On one hand, I'm really proud. On the other hand, you know, from here on out, it's gonna be like everything is a little bittersweet because, like, what if this is the last time we skinny dip in a creek? I don't know. Although it's not really even the peak of summer yet, so there's plenty more left. You may have heard of people doing what's called the half-gallon challenge, where when a hiker is halfway through the AT, they eat half a gallon of ice cream to celebrate. Now, to me, that sounds pretty gross. I don't really like food challenges or anything like that, and stuffing yourself, I don't know, doesn't seem like my thing.
Really good.
More behind. I'd say about 4 or 5 people coming up.
They're the quarter way.
Halfway.
Halfway. Had a nice little lay down at that shelter. Then got some trail magic. The sun is out, and that is amazing after these past couple days of rain. But I'll tell you what, I am not as enthusiastic as I'd pictured I'd be for this halfway point. But maybe seeing it will, you know, rev me up. Halfway point for the AT 2022. And what was in there, Smoke?
It was just a little note that said, I've reached the halfway point.
Boring! We want ice cream.
Then how it was.
We made it to the halfway point, spell it out in rocks. We don't know if this is official, but it's a halfway point.
Halfway.
Right? Yeah! Reaching the 1100 mile marker came right after.
I'm pretty sure I won this fight. So I'm just jabbing him out.
An update on the secret admirer situation. They are getting bolder. We are 3 miles away from where the ice cream challenge happens, and got a very bold note. Also of significance, they are very close to where we are. Before, they've been like 5 days ahead, but we might catch them tonight.
Very excited, hoping that I see my secret admirer tonight. I know that they were at this shelter within the past 24 hours. So, fingers crossed, let's hope we find out who it is tonight.
Just a few minutes after that shelter, this is the halfway point that I've seen in pictures. This is so much more epic than the other ones. Epic looking, I should say, but so cool. And there's a mailbox with chips. After a long day of walking, we finally made it to the store where people do the half-gallon challenge. And I thought, hey, I'm not thinking I'm going to eat the ice cream, but I know a certain reporter who would love to interview people who are. We're here at the Pine Grove store where AT Thru Hikers are attempting the half-gallon challenge, where they will try to consume a full half-gallon of ice cream in celebration of reaching the halfway point of the trail. Let's talk to some of the participants. Hey, how's the half-gallon challenge going? So I see you've already finished your big portion and you're on your small portion because both of those have to add up to equal a half-gallon. They don't sell half-gallons of ice cream anymore. Are you enjoying your experience?
Well, I haven't puked yet.
I'd say that's positive. And now let's talk to someone who's already finished with their challenge. Hey, how's it going?
Oh, it's going real good.
Are you glad you did the half-gallon challenge?
Later, I will be.
Nice. And did you have a strategy for this challenge?
Let it melt a little bit first.
Very wise words. And now we're here with participants that are just starting their half-gallon challenge. Guys, how are you feeling?
I'm feeling good.
I'm feeling pretty apprehensive. I know how this is going to go down.
Do you all have any strategies in place?
I'm just going to take my time, slow and steady. Heard that wins the race.
I'm gonna go complete animal and just try to eat them as fast as possible.
Very interesting. And what made you want to do this? What inspired you? What was your reasoning?
Well, a lot of folks that were ahead of us were finishing it and then putting their photos in the group chat. And I felt I had to do this as a point of personal pride.
I'm the type of guy, I've always wanted to live life the fullest. So that's my motivation for doing this.
Man, that makes me want to do it now.
Ranger, you should do it. Half-gallon challenge.
I heard you won't.
Did you just say I won't?
I did.
I'll be right back, you all. Okay, for real though, my friends have been very patient waiting for me. I'm getting my mess kit spoon for some, strong leverage. I copied off Pac-Man, to be honest with you. All right, are you ready?
Talk to your spoons.
Yeah, okay.
When the spoons touch, the time starts.
Okay.
Mariposa, when the spoons touch, time starts. Ready? May the best ice cream eater win.
Okay.
The best ice cream ever win.
Let's see what maple walnut tastes like.
We are less than 2 minutes in, and Smoke Master has already made a very significant dent, already has the second one open. Me and Pac-Man are going for a more moderate strategy. "10 minutes in, this is how far I've gone. It's okay. Pac-Man is regretting his choice of maple walnut.
Maple walnut is real bad. Vanilla's good though. I'm making progress with vanilla.
And Smoke Master is challenging himself to only eating it in 20 minutes.
I'm so cold.
What a champion, folks. We are 23 minutes in. Pac-Man and I are mainly eating fries, forgetting about our ice cream. The Smoke Master is dying.
Don't force it.
No.
Don't force it.
It's okay. 5, 4, 3, 2, run. Time. 27.
Whoa!
Y'all's time is still going, by the way.
Smoke Master, on behalf of the Pine Grove Furnace Store and the Half-Gallon Challenge, I would like to award you the Member of Half-Gallon Club spoon. May you live long and don't throw up.
So here's our champion, Smoke Master. Congratulations on beating Vanilla's time. I believe it was 28 minutes.
It was 27 minutes.
59 seconds.
With 59 seconds.
Yeah.
What's up, Vanilla?
How do you feel now?
I feel horrible. I just threw up over in that bush over there. And yeah, I'll never do the half-gallon challenge again. And if you're watching this and considering doing the half-gallon challenge, don't do it. If you do it, pick like vanilla. Like that
Ice cream, not the person.
Yeah, like the vanilla ice cream, or like something that's easy to eat. Banana pudding is not easy to eat because you get giant chunks, and it's just horrible. You can't choke down those chunks in time. Ugh, I don't even want to think about it anymore. I just want these French fries.
French fry.
If there was a French fry challenge, let me know.
I've eaten like 3/4 of this, half of this, and I just don't want to do this anymore. Like, this was kind of just for funsies. This was just for funsies. What are you? I don't get it. To drink it? Oh, gross.
You won't. No.
I do always say I want a milkshake. It's like a Frosty. And now I would say I have consumed about all but an eighth. Mariposa, what's my time?
Your time is currently 48 minutes.
Well, there you go, folks. I gave it the old college try for 45 minutes, 48 minutes. But this has been a fun run, but I'm okay. But the only one who really lost out tonight was this pine of maple walnut. Pac-Man, any comments?
You know, this is a country song. Goes, got no one to hold 'em, no one to fold 'em, no one to walk away, and no one to run. And when I had my first bite of that maple walnut, I knew it was time to fold 'em.
But you still did your vanilla.
And I still did the vanilla. It
Wow!
was actually really good.
Pint challenge completed. We were planning to stay at a nearby campground, but we wandered around trying to find it, only to find out that we were past it. Luckily, a kind soul gave us a ride, and we settled in for a night of feeling full and accomplished. It was pretty cool how I reached the psychological halfway point and the actual halfway point, both in the same calendar week. I swear I didn't plan that. But let's talk about this week. As far as the landscape and season changing, as far as season, the bugs are coming out, so that's not good. But it is the end of June, and it's not as hot as I thought it would be. Definitely humid, but not as, hot. As far as the landscape, in Maryland and the beginning of Pennsylvania, I noticed a lot of pine forest where it was, pine trees, moss, ferns. There was also a lot more bushes, like the lovely bushes behind me. It kind of reminds me of manzanita trees out in California. There hasn't been a lot of views either. It's not flat by any means, but there also haven't been huge climbs lately. The common experience among all the hikers this week, everyone was pretty, it was significant to reach the halfway point. I heard a few people say things to the effect of, look how far we've come, but we have to do that all over again. Reaching the halfway point, it's kind of like, oh man, this trail is still going for so long. But at the same time, other people have been talking about, once they finish the trail, what are they going to do in life, going back to the muggle world, as we've been calling it. My favorite part of this week was in Harper's Ferry, when so many of us hikers all went out to eat together. I think it started one tramily, invited our tramily, and then I mentioned it to a few people at the hostel, and it ended up being 15 people. What I really liked about that evening was just that there were so many people I loved all in one place. You get so close with other hikers, and even if you don't always hike with them, it's still exciting to see everyone. So that was really fun. Last week I said I'd work on stretching more this week, and I've kind of done that. I have stretched more. It's not as much as I need to, but it is more. What I'm going to work on next week, I think I mentioned this before, but I was having some pain in my tummy, and I really need to... Maybe that'll go away, maybe I need to figure out what it is. I'm hoping it just goes away on its own. Thinking about what I learned this week was kind of hard because it is getting to the place where things are definitely not novel anymore. It's not like a new experience when, I'm almost have done this for 3 months now. But I did come up with something I learned, and that is that before this whole trail, I've been thinking, man, if I could just take a 00 day, then I would get so caught up on videos, I'd be so well rested. And this week I did take a 00, and I was not caught up on videos or well rested. I think to fully feel well rested, I would need several days. And then after a week of hiking, I would need several days again. So that's just not practical. You just have to go on with being tired. It was definitely an eventful first half of the Appalachian Trail. Now that I'm saying that, that's kind of hitting me that, man, I'm halfway in. So much has already happened, and there's so much more to come.